Hello,
Hi, how are you?
I am doing very well, and you?
I'm very well. Thank you for asking. My name is Justine. I'm in New York City in the United States. It's nice to meet you.
Too.
Thank you. What is your name?
My name is Ganpat.
Okay, Gumpat. Did I say that correctly?
Yes, yes.
Okay, Gumpat. It's a pleasure. So, what would you like to focus on?
Sorry.
What would you like to focus on? What would you like to spend the time doing? Kind of conversation or
Okay. Yes. I want to have a conversation with you.
I'm sorry, say that again.
With you.
Okay, great. So why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself?
My name is Ganpat, and I am from India. I live in Rajasthan. Rajasthan is the biggest state of India. We can say north west part of India.
Uh-huh.
And I am a teacher, native language Hindi. And we can say my English is very weak, and I want to improve in my English fluency. So you can guide me. How can I improve in my English fluency?
Your English fluency. Well, it's you're a teacher, so you probably already have a good idea, but it's not doing one thing, it's doing many things. So of course practicing conversation as you are now with me here on Cambly, and hopefully with other people around you. If anyone else that you know is studying English, it would really help you a lot to try and spend some time conversing with them as well. um, uh, Practice reading, practice your, with reading you're going to improve your vocabulary. And of course, I don't, are you new to Cambly? Are you new to
No,
Cambly or
we can say since 6 months.
6 months? So have you utilized the Cambly library? Have you used the Cambly library?
No.
No, that's a wonderful resource. For example, you can, after we finish our call, I'm just going to show you. It has everything from all the way from beginners. I'm just going to open one example, and then I'm going to close it, because this is for somebody who's new, right? Brand new. Okay, so that's for beginners. Then we also have practice with pronunciation. For example, I'll just show you one example of that. The difference between pronouncing the TH as opposed to the T in English, because they're very different sounds. You have everything from basic conversation, things that are a little bit easier. You can practice even by yourself. It's nice to do them with a tutor, but you can also practice them on your own. Even just reading, things like that in the lesson. And it goes all the way up to, if you're going to also business English. So that might be something you're interested in, right? As a teacher, you might find some of this material interesting. There's many resources. I'm just going through real fast and showing you a lot of different examples. And of course, finally, what many people are, well, actually, there's a lot more. There's the IELTS. Some people take that test, the IELTS test. So you have make-believe tests you can focus on, for example. And you can study some of these on your own, and also bring it with you. If you find one that you're interested, you can bring it to your next lesson and ask your tutor to work on it with you. There's also one for TOEFL. There's also academic. I mean, you can go, you go and look in the Cambly library, because you'll see it in your app. I guess you're on your phone. So in the app, there should be a link to the Cambly library. If you don't see it on the app, you might have to go on a computer. I'm not really sure from the student side what you can see and what you can't see. So I highly recommend that. Also, another thing you can do is, try to watch and listen to movies, television programs, and you can watch something with subtitles in your native language if that's available, and then watch the same one again a second time with English subtitles, even as you're listening to the English. So you're reading and listening at the same time. And the third time, no subtitles, but the same episode or the same portion of a movie, like like do it in little parts. So all of those combined, I think, will help you a lot. I think that, yes. There's also I don't know if you have access to it in India, but there's also another app called Duolingo. Have you heard of this? Let me put it in the chat. Have you heard of Duolingo?
Yes, I heard about Duolingo.
It's very good. You know why? Because I do know that being on Cambly frequently can get more expensive. And, if you can do that, great. But there's a free version of Duolingo, which you can use to supplement your time on Cambly. And with Duolingo, even if you spend as little as 5 to 10 minutes a day, it's good practice, right? It helps you with listening and speaking and reading and typing, writing. So it's a nice, and it's a lot of fun. I actually use it to learn. I'm learning French, and I'm reviewing my Spanish that I studied in school many years ago. So I highly recommend Duolingo. And there is a paid version, but if it's better for you, you can use the free version. I use the free version. I've been using it since April, so I really like it. So those are just some suggestions. But
how many
have you tried
languages
anything? Oh, I'm a native English speaker, and that's the only language that I speak fluently. I studied Spanish many years ago in school, in junior high and high school. And I have forgotten a lot of it, but it comes back, when I review, but I still have forgotten. And I'm definitely not fluent in Spanish. And I speak a very little bit of Italian, and I'm just now learning French. So, English is my only fluent language, unfortunately.
Do you know about Hindi language?
Not really. No, I don't. I don't even know like common phrases or anything. I'm sorry to say. I've heard it spoken, of course. Here in New York City, we hear all different languages. So I have heard it spoken. Why do you ask?
Okay. And do you heard about Namaste?
Oh, yes. Namaste. Yes, I practice yoga. Namaste. Of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
Namaste means we can say hello.
Yes, I understand that it actually means the divine light in me acknowledges the divine light within you.
Yes. And we can say Namaste is a very humble word for each other.
Yes, it's a beautiful word, a beautiful phrase. I use it a lot, actually, in my yoga practice. And certainly when I go to yoga classes outside, which I haven't done now for a couple of years for obvious reasons. But yes, I love that word. Yes. And of course, I am familiar with some of the names of the yoga poses. So,
what are you drinking?
What am I drinking?
Yes.
Well, it's still morning here, so I'm drinking some coffee.
Wow.
Yes.
Do you drink tea?
Yes, I drink green tea.
Wow. How old
Yes,
are
I
you?
drink. I am 57, and in 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks, I will be 58.
Wow, and you look very fit. According to me, you looking about 37.
Oh, you're very kind. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes.
And how many children do you have?
How many what?
Children, boys and girls.
Just one daughter. One daughter, and she's married. She's 35. She's married, and she lives far away in another state. She does not live in New York.
And do you live alone and your family?
I live alone. I live alone. Yes.
Okay, 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 okay.
Yes. So let me let you practice speaking a little bit more about yourself. You told me you're a teacher, and you told me you've been on Cambly. How long?
6 months.
6 months. 6 months. And for how long have you studied English?
We
Before
can say
Cambly?
I speak. I learn English only on Cambly through by Cambly,
Ah, so you've
and
only
yes, and in India, many people live in a joint family.
live in,
Joint family, big family, joint,
oh, big family. I see. Okay. Okay.
and it is Indian culture.
Yes, of course. Yes, many cultures, not just Indian, many cultures tend to have big families. Absolutely.
Yes, yes. People live with your parents, grandparents, uncles. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
and in India, we can say in family we respected of we can say old person is respected in family.
Right. Yes, I'm familiar. Absolutely. That's true in many cultures also. Many cultures as well.
Yes, yes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
in United States, many people live in we can say alone in
Yes,
single
many
family.
people. Yes, many people live alone or they live with roommates. Many people here create their own family with other people, with friends or other people that are not blood relatives. It depends. I'm somebody who actually needs a lot of time alone. I'm sure there are people in your culture. They may not be usual, but as usual, but some people need to be alone more. Like if I'm around a lot of people, I get and I get a lot of anxiety being around a lot of people. So I need quiet. I need time alone. It's very important to me. Um,
But
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 it
but but I cannot live alone in a long time.
Yes,
I live with I live in a group.
you
I
live in
like
a group.
yes,
You
but
like that? Yes, yes.
I cannot live alone in a long time.
Yes, everybody's different. Some people need to be around other people all the time. Some people, you know, maybe half and half. Some people need to be alone more. So I think it's beautiful that, people can be so different. Not everybody is the same, right? That's
Yes,
what
this
makes
yes, 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 and this can make a beautiful nature and beautiful. Yes, we can say.
exactly, exactly. Well, I'm sorry to say I see our time is almost up. Our time is almost finished. So I hope you got some good practice today, and maybe I shared some things with you that can help you. Look into Duolingo and make sure you look at the Cambly library. There's a lot of good stuff in there.
And I like your polite behavior with me.
Oh, well, thank you. Again, you're very kind. Thank you so much.
Okay, bye
And I'm
bye.
going to say to you, namaste.
Namaste.
Bye bye.